Again, this is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for the old guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video 53. Now I want to talk about the PHP $_request SuperGlobal. That's a variable, and it is used to collect data after submitting an HTML form. Like for example, like here, we have a form, right? There's the action, and it has the two fields, first name, last name, and of course the submit button, and a reset button if you wanted to reset your form. Now, I took the time to kind of write it up here so I don't have to waste time. It kind of looks like this. This is because it's going through a process real fast. See, it checks to see, and then if it's empty, it'll tell you it's empty, because right now it is. So if you submit it, it'll still tell you that it's empty, right? Okay, so that $request SuperGlobal, what it does is it requests a any information from here real quick, right? So, and you notice right here I don't have a method. Usually you write something like this, get, like that, or if you want to change that to a post, you'll see that in the next two videos, right? But I wanted to take it out because I want to let you know that the form request without a method, the default would always be get. That's why I have a get word here. And what happens is the request method SuperGlobal, we'll look at that. That's just a, and it'll say, oh, it's a get, because they don't know. And then to get this information from the, to get the input from the form, first name and last name, you get it like this. You say $_get requests, first name, last name, right? First name, last name, because you put the name there. That's how in PHP gets that information. And then here I have just to skip 2 lines. You don't have to have any of this, but it's up to you. So how you wanna, if you wanna have skip 2 lines or skip 2 lines, Anyway, so what I'm going to do is right now it checks real quick, because you're running this test, and right now it doesn't see anything here, so that's why you're getting this empty message. But if you put something in it, it's going to look at this, it's going to say, hey, it's not empty anymore, I want you to echo it. And same thing with the last name, you want to echo it. So if I kind of put in Bill Lee, and you submit it, boom, you get Bill Lee. See how this $request just grabs that whole thing? It's amazing, right? It's just one way of doing it. I normally don't use it a lot, because I prefer to say get and I prefer to say post. And I always add that method right in here. But for now, I'll let you know that the form without the method, the default will always be get. And it'll get it. And it'll check to see that it is a get. And it'll get that information from the form, puts it in a variable for each, and then you check. You do the condition, right? You want to see if it's empty. If it's empty, give me that message. If it's not, give me the lead, which is, see, remember before? So if you do this, you get empty. And that's about it. Well, I know it's simple. There was a very short video, because the other few videos that are coming up is going to be kind of big, because it's going to use a lot of this stuff. But I wanted to show you that the $_request is a SuperGlobal variable that uses to collect data. okay, from a form, a one-shot deal. All right. So if you learned something, please, give me the thumbs up and submit and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be giving you a lot of information. Remember before I showed you how to do the CRUD? Let me write this down over here. CRUD, create, read, update, and delete a record from a database, right? Using forms and stuff. Remember we showed you that? We showed you how to, the actual, how it calls itself back. Remember we did all that stuff. So what I did was I took the same information and I created, I'm going to bring this down a bit and push this out. And as you can see right here, I am creating a website for Andrew Cater, which is a catering system. These things here are created dynamically, but they're menus, right? Remember how I also showed you a couple of JavaScript stuff, something for smooth. Like for instance, if I wanted to go to the contact, I hit this. Remember that? See, I'm using the same things that I have showed you on those past videos. Everything that I'm teaching you within those projects, you could use it on any database. On any websites. See, you got your forms. Remember how we said that if I wanted to use a bad word, I'm going to use the word, I'm going to say this, okay? I'm not going to say, see how it disappeared? That word, where it does that for all curse words. It also checks to see that that the hackers don't inject SQL stuff. Okay, so if I go back up here, let's go back up there. See, and as you can see, I'm going to do this real slowly. I'm creating this for the person, but as you can see, everything is all lined up because I'm using the same technique that I showed you before. This I will be showing you in the future how to do this. The about, how it goes down to the about. How you notice how it moves it sideways? That's another part of a JavaScript. I'm going to show you how to move things from one end to the other. So in other words, if I went like this and I wanted to check out, I want to keep going, and then you saw something moving over. Look how that moved over. I'm going to teach you how to do that too, because you know what, a lot of times you want to make things fancy. You can do a lot of things with HTML and CSS3. That's going to be separate courses, but because I'm creating, I'm using PHP to create dynamic websites, and normally they want this type of thing. I've done a lot of different type of website, and this particular, they all want the same thing. They want everything lined up real beautiful with pictures and stuff. Okay, so I will be showing you how to do this. So again, hit the like button, subscribe, and good night.